Every month, the Toronto Real Estate Board puts out this report called Market Watch. The data for November has just come out for the Market Watch, and we're going to break down the numbers to show you what exactly is going on in Oakville and specifically with townhomes. Are townhomes priced well? Are they going to go down further? Should you buy now or should you wait? This is one of the questions I get asked a lot is townhomes, and specifically people looking to buy in Oakville. They want to buy a townhome, but what should they do? Should they buy now? Are prices right? Or should they wait further? The data doesn't lie, so let's break it down for you. We did a similar video across all property types, but for this one, we're going to specifically focus on townhomes. So over here, we see year over year, the sales activity from November 2024 to November 2025 has declined. So the amount of properties that are selling last year compared to this year has decreased. And this is specifically for November. When we take a look at the average price from November 2024 to November 2025, we see a decline again. So the value of homes from last year at this time to this year at this time has declined. But we want to take a look specifically at townhomes. This report is very comprehensive. It has a lot of information, a lot of data, but we want to focus specifically on townhomes for this video and specifically for Oakville. So if we take a look here, we see townhomes for November 2025, and we want to take a look specifically at Oakville. So here we see there were 48 sales in Oakville in November of 2025. Dollar volume, which is not really a helpful number for the average person, is $50 million. We'll just kind of ignore this statistic. This is not really as relevant as some of these other statistics. This is important. The average price was $1,053,000 for a townhome sale in Oakville, and there were 48 sales that took place in November of 2025. So that is noteworthy. Let's remember that number. We take a look at the median price. The median price was $977,500. And for those of us that can't remember our elementary school math, median means it's the middle value in a data set that has been sorted in ascending or descending order. So basically that's the value smack dab in the middle, the median, right? So half the values were higher, half the values may have been lower in these 48 sales. So if we know that this is the midpoint price, we would want to target anything clearly lower than this in order to get a value purchase, right? Because is it not a buyer's market right now? Absolutely it is. So as a buyer looking to acquire a property, you want to look at the information, you want to look at the data, and you want to get the best value for what you're buying. If we take a look at new listings, we see 82 new listings and we see 154 active listings. So there's a lot of townhomes up for sale right now in Oakville. And lastly, we see average days on market. So we've got 28 days here. So again, remember these numbers. $1,053,000 was the average price and $977,000 was the median price. So is it a good time to buy a townhome now if you're a buyer in Oakville and you're searching? Well, let's take a look. These are the townhomes that are available right now in Oakville. You can see the map here, and the filter that I've used is pretty much all across Oakville. Now, if you remember the numbers that we had mentioned earlier, $1,053,000 over here. So specifically $1,053,657 and a median price of $977,500. Let's look at the active listings. 2 bedroom, 2 bath, $729. 2 bed, 2 bath, 749, 2 bed, 2 bath, 759, 4 bed, 2 bath, 784, 2 plus 2, that means 2 beds are above grade, and plus 2 means 2 beds are below grade. 3 bath, 849, 2 plus 1, so again, 2 bedrooms above grade, 1 bedroom below grade, 3 bath, 869, and the list goes on. 2 bed, 3 bath, 879, 3 bed, 2 bath, 887. Look at all these townhomes listed under 900,000. And this is the list price. This is not the eventual sale price. 3 bed, 2 bath, 890. 2 bed, 2 bath, 892. 2 bed, 3 bath, 899. And we'll just do this last one here. 3 bed, 3 bath, 899. So look at the choices you have if you're a buyer looking for a townhome in Oakville. Now, as a smart buyer and as somebody who is navigating this market and knowing that you're in a buyer's market, my clear recommendation is don't look at anything over 900,000, right? Because we know already from this data that the median price is 977. The average price is $1,053,000. So when you're looking for value, when you're taking a look at purchase price, the best value when the market eventually at one point starts to move again, and it will, you want to have the greatest amount of uplift in your equity. And acquisitions for under 900,000, you're buying with the best value purchase. Those will be the best value purchases. Because in a buyer's market, you want to be smart and you want to look at the data. And the data clearly here is telling us this is the average price, $1,053,000, and $977 is the median price. So anything under the median price is what I personally would focus on and what I'm telling clients to focus on. We get calls daily with people looking for 3-bedroom townhomes, 2-bedroom townhomes. They're asking what areas should we look at? And these are the questions that we're fielding on a daily basis. So townhomes in Oakville, is it a good time to purchase them? Well, don't listen to me, the real estate agent. Listen to the data. The data is showing you, yeah, it is a good time to buy because you're getting value based on the amount of inventory that is out here and the amount of sellers that need to sell. So if you smartly pick the correct property at the correct price, you're going to have built-in equity in this property once the market turns again and once we get into a normal balanced market, because we will. Oakville is one of these places where it's very resilient, and once the market stabilizes, values in Oakville go back to what they were historically. So there you go, some data on townhomes.